Are you confused that which console should you buy? Is it gonna be a Xbox Series X or a PS5? Well, my friend, if you have the same question in your mind, well, you landed on the perfect video, because in this video, I'm gonna talk about some of the factors that will help you to decide which one should you buy. Hey guys, this is Akash, and I make a daily tech content similarly like this. So if you liked it and find it informative, well, then don't forget to subscribe. And now let's jump into the video. Well, when it comes to choosing a console, there is one major factor that some of the people overlook because they think, well, it's not important. But if you ask me, that is one of the major factors when it comes to deciding which console should you buy, and that is exclusives. And I mean console exclusive, like some of the exclusive that PS4 had last generation, like Uncharted, The Last of Us, and a bunch of others. These are my favorites, so I said these. And talking about Xbox, but hey, that was all about last generation. Let's talk about this generation. Well, when it comes to this generation's exclusive, well, PS5 has a bunch of exclusives that are coming out at launch or later. Some of them are Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon Souls, Sackboy Epic Adventure, Ratchet and Clank, Gran Turismo 7, and all these are some of the fan favorite games. And when it comes to Xbox, Halo, I guess. Yeah, Halo. Also, that was a launch title, but then they delayed it. So yeah, well, when it comes to game, if a console isn't powerful enough, then having exclusive, well, it's just a gimmick. So now let's talk about performance. Well, the Xbox has 12 teraflop of performance, and the PS5 has 10 teraflop of performance. Well, how much that 2 teraflop is gonna differ? Well, I guess that you are playing console games on your TV, and if you are sitting at a suitable distance than your TV, well, then I don't think that difference is gonna be that much noticeable. But yes, there's gonna be a slight difference between those two consoles when it comes to the quality or the visual of the game, because both of the consoles are promising 4K, 60 FPS minimum, and 120 at its maximum. So when it comes to gaming experience, I think that both of the consoles has tied, but if we look specs to specs, raw specs to specs, then Xbox win the round. But the Xbox Series S, well, it's cheaper, but it doesn't have the same performance as its bigger brother, because it has a 6 teraflop of performance, and the target of its frame rate is 1440p 60 at its minimum and 1440p 120 at its maximum. But on the other hand, the PS5 digital edition has the same spec sheet as its bigger brother, but at the same time it costs more. So if you want to go budget, then Xbox Series S is the right option for you. And if you have a little bit money and you don't want a Blu-ray drive, well, then get a digital edition of a PS5. But hey, I'm just talking about new games. Some of us like to live in nostalgia. Some of us like to play old games. Well, if you are that person who loves to live in nostalgia rather than living in the present, well, Xbox is the better choice for you, because it almost backwards compatible to almost every single Xbox game. And when it comes to PS5, well, it's just backwards compatible to the PS4, even though not every single PS4 game will be backwards compatible to PS5. So yeah, as I said, if you love nostalgia and if you hate present, get an Xbox. Now let's talk about the controllers, because that's the stuff that you're gonna play your games with. And let's start with the Xbox Series X controller. Well, it's a classic Xbox controller that we all love. So yeah, there's not much to say about it, except it still uses a AA battery. But on the other hand, the PS5 controller is much more interesting one. Not only it is much more ergonomic than its predecessor, but also at the same time it comes with extra features like its haptic feedback on the whole controller, and also a haptic trigger. That's where you can feel the action of the game and you will be totally immersed in your game. Well, it's the marketing term that Sony uses. I don't have the console, so I don't know, but honestly, the haptic feedback on Xbox Series or the Xbox Classics Xbox controller was good because I have one, and also I used to have a PS4 and the haptic feedback also was good on that. So yeah, I think it's also gonna be good on the PS5 one. Now at last, let's talk about some of the convenience or some of the extra knick-knacky features. Well, if you are going to Xbox side, you will have some really good services like their Game Pass, or I don't know what they are calling it right now, xCloud, whatever they are calling it right now. So if you have a Game Pass or Xbox xCloud subscription, you will be able to play a bunch of games that are available in Xbox xCloud or Game Pass. Almost most of the games are available on that service. So yeah, if you're gonna get Xbox, get that subscription. It's gonna be a great option for you. Not only that, you can play your Xbox games on your PC. So if you have a PC and an Xbox, well, I think it's a great combination to have. But at the same time, if you have a PC, you can get a Game Pass subscription. Then you will be able to play most of the Xbox exclusive and almost every single Xbox title on your PC. So I really don't know why you should get an Xbox if you have a PC, but I can see some people buying Xbox, and I know some of the reasons are. So yeah, it's more powerful. It is good for your whole ecosystem if you want to be in the Microsoft ecosystem, and also there's a cheaper version. But when it comes to the PS5, well, the PSN service, well, it is not good. It is not good. So if you want exclusive titles and wow, really, there's not a lot of difference between those two consoles. Yeah, so if you want exclusive titles and if you were using PS4, get a PS5. If you ask me what I'm gonna get, well, it's an easy answer, PS5. As I said, if I want to play any Xbox exclusive title, I will get an Xbox Game Pass service on my PC, and I will play all the PS4 titles or the PS5 or the PlayStation exclusive titles on my PS5. So yeah, now let me know in the comment section which console that you are planning to buy, and tell me why. And this is it for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you don't, leave it a dislike. All remember one thing, dislike hurts. But if you want to leave a dislike, well, you do you, man. And if you want to watch more videos from us, check out this video right here. And if you want to subscribe, well, press it right here. And there's Akash, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.